All right guys, join me to prepare porridge jam. I'm going to be adding plantain to my porridge jam. Yeah, of course I'm using fish. I prepare one of the best porridge jam, trust me. This is my fish. I actually grilled it with my air fryer, as we no get all those smoked fish where we buy for Nigeria. So yeah, I do it myself. So yeah, this is my fish. You can see it's still got smoke coming out of it. I rather use my air fryer. The oven, it makes a mess of the oven, so the air fryer is just easier. So yeah, I've got my onions. I already blended my pepper mix. I have here pepper, a lot of pepper. Let's say about 15 seeds of pepper, and I seed on the color whatever, but pepper. Then 4 onions. I love onions when it has to do with anything concerning palm oil. Onions, yeah. So I blended it really roughly, and my yam, of course, and then yeah, plantain, not too ripe, yeah. So yeah, so that's it. This is my palm oil. This palm oil is very good. If you're not in Nigeria and you want to get palm oil, if you see this palm oil anywhere, you rush sham. It's called okomu oil. I actually heard it's from Nigeria though. I don't know, but I think processed by Oyinbo people. I don't know, but it's very, very nice. Yeah. So yeah, these are the main ingredients. Of course, the spices and all that are gonna come along. All right, ciao. You can see the pot is hot. I'm going to be adding some palm oil to it. I love my oil in my porridge jam, so you could add less if you want to, but yeah. So we're gonna leave that to heat up a bit. So guys, the oil is really hot now, so I'm going to add my onion to it. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going to let that fry for about a minute. It depends on your heat. My heat is actually really low. So yeah, so that's it. I'll leave it for a while. Next step, your pepper mix. Then you mix. For me, if I want to know that the oil is actually enough for the mix, I'd always make sure that the oil is actually a little bit very obvious before it starts to fry, because once this fries and then it dries up a little bit, you realize that the oil is gonna come up, like cover the mixture more. You get? So yeah, as I said earlier, I love my palm oil. If there's no palm oil in porridge jam or anything that has to do with palm oil, that thing no go well for me. So it depends on what you like. Yeah, so I'm going to cover that. I'll leave it for some time, maybe like 10-15 minutes, depends, but I just really want this to get dry. Like, so guys, I'm back after 15 minutes to check this out. I seem to be doing pretty well, so I just stir. Yeah, it's quite dry. I think I could work with this. I will be using 3 knorr cubes. I've got 2 beef and 1 chicken. Crayfish, guys. And then you mix. I shall let this cook for like 3 minutes, and then I'll have a look at it again. We'll be adding the fish now. Come on, go in. And then you mix. The palm oil isn't even as much as I want it. So yeah, I'll leave this for a while. So guys, I had to reduce the heat to 3. If you actually paid attention earlier, you'd notice it was on 9, but now it's on 3, because I don't want it getting burnt without getting cooked, like the whole sauce getting into the fish. So anyways, I'm going to be using dry scent leaf. I'm going to be adding my dry scent leaf now because I actually want the scent leaf to cook very well with the sauce, with the whole thing anyways. If I were using you know what's that one, fresh scent leaf, if I were using the fresh scent leaf, I'd have actually added it towards the end of the entire thing, like towards the end of the yam cooking and all that. But because it's dry, I just believe the flavor wouldn't come out as it would, you know, if I add it later towards the ending part. So yeah, so that's it. I'll just leave that for like another 5 minutes and then I'll add the yam to it. So I'm actually transferring to this big pot because the pot I'm using to fry the sauce is too small, so it's not going to contain the yam. So I want a bigger pot so it could breathe. Okay, so I've turned it into this bigger pot. I'll just try to turn it a little bit. I'm going to be very careful when turning it because I don't want the fish going underneath it, to avoid the fish getting burnt. I'm adding a cup of water to that. I don't finish am, remain small inside. This is after 15 minutes. Oh God, this steam would not let me breathe. God. I'm going to add very little salt because I notice the taste isn't really out like that. Plantain time. I shall mix that up. It's actually ready, guys. But then I picked out a couple and I'm gonna mash. Oh, that's it. This is actually gonna make it very thick. Like give you more sauce. Do you get? Like make the sauce a bit thicker. I love the sauce in porridge. So yes, guys. So yeah, the porridge is ready. Try my recipe and tell me how it goes. Try it well, or no go try it anyhow. You got tell me say, "Am I eating no say to that sabi you take put your hand take out the maggi." Anyway, so yeah, that's it. I'm sure it's very delicious. I've actually not had a taste yet, but I already know it's yummy.